Hi, welcome to another episode of Body Reconnect, where I help you decipher the signs and signals your body sends you every day so that you can course correct, make changes, do something different in order to live your best, healthiest life. I'm Michelle Dominique, certified wellness coach and lymphatic therapist. Today, we're doing another episode of The Essence of Essential Oils, understanding the immense power you have in these little bitty bottles because there's a lot of power here. This was medicine before Walgreens and CVS pharmacies existed. This is what you were working with. So as always, I'm going to give my disclaimer. This does not go with every essential oil. So if I'm telling you to ingest or put it on your skin, or you better make sure it's the one I have listed below in my link, because I cannot be responsible for anything else that you use on your skin. And as I said before, there's no difference whether it says organic or natural or da 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 da. Nah, that doesn't make a difference. There are some serious qualifications to being able to say you are a pure essential oil. So just click the link below for my preferred oils. So today I'm so super excited. I love to use this particular blend that I'm going to talk about as we're going into fall. When my clients come in, I have a very intimate practice, very, very intimate. So I usually know whoever's coming, I have history, I understand what might be going on, and I try to tailor the oils I'm going to put in my diffuser based on, what's going on with them. So I try to make sure that when they walk in, the atmosphere has already been created for their relaxation, and helps them during their sessions to release easier. So I'm going to talk about one of my absolute fan favorites, this blend, cypress and lemongrass. And let me remind you too, I say this, but I'm gonna keep repeating this so that people can understand. There, me time, self-help, spot time, whatever you want to call that, all that's great. All that is absolutely great. And you should take time for yourself, whatever that means. Even though I tell people self-care, if you have to keep outsourcing it, if you're going somewhere, getting your nails done, it's great for you, but self-care kind of is in the title. Care for yourself, be with yourself, reconnect to yourself, and using oils in the way that they were intended in nature. This is not manufactured. This is if you went to get a lab work done, right? And you had your blood drawn. Dang it. We've all had that done. Okay, well, we've all had blood drawn, and you know how they put it in the vial and they then send it to the centrifuge and it spins and breaks down, and all the components that make up you are in that vial. That's the same thing with this bottle. All the components of this plant or tree or bush or herb or whatever it was, the essence of it is in this bottle. So if helichrysum exists in nature, and it was used by indigenous people or native people or early settlers to help with pain, when you get this bottle, it should be the same thing. It's just the essence. Once again, I'm going to explain pharmaceuticals were a quicker way. It was an accelerant. They used the natural properties, but they accelerated it so that it would work faster. Okay, so I always want to say that because essential oils are not novelty items. If you are using the right ones, they can actually help you in a very holistic, health-oriented way. So just a reminder. Okay, I dropped my other bottle of oil, so you're just gonna have to go through this with me. I'm gonna have to talk it out because I don't know where it rolled to. But my pick for today, two of my absolute favorites, lemongrass and cypress. Lemongrass oil and cypress oil. Here's a little funny story about lemongrass. One of the physical properties of lemongrass is that it can help with inflammation and swelling, right? So when my mother was in nursing care, I would always do a combination of oils, like, just every day when I went over there. And one of the ones I would use when I found that out, as I was seeking oils to help her, was lemongrass. So it was a little interesting in the beginning, the smell, So it took me a little while to get used to, but now I absolutely love it. And that's a side note too. If you have an oil that you're not resonating with and it's just almost repelling you, you want to go from the physical and look at the emotional component of that oil. And that's a beautiful thing. We're going to get into that today. There's what the oil will help you with in the physical, but it will also help you in the emotional as well. So back to the nursing home, I would use this oil on my mother in combination with other oils, but this one has had a very unique smell to it. And depending on who would walk by her room, the staff, I would hear one or two things. Are you putting lemon pledge on her? What are you doing? Or, oh my gosh, did you bring her lemongrass soup? My mama used to always make me lemongrass soup back home when I got sick. So I could tell who were visiting from out of town or working, came in from another country, and who were actually born in this country, because the people who were from other countries were very familiar with not only the smell, but the healing properties of lemongrass. Whereas the people who were born here, like myself, initially was like, what is that smell? That's like an off lemon kind of thing, right? Like pledge or something. So just a little side note on that. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about why I love this combination together, and I specifically use it when I'm doing lymphatic drainage on a client. So if you've ever come in for lymphatic drainage, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I know that. I usually put that on for two reasons, right? Lemongrass is the oil of cleansing, okay? It helps dispel feelings of despondency and despair, and it helps you enter into a healing mode or a cleansing state, letting go of limiting beliefs, toxic energies, and negativity. Cleansing oil. Cypress is the oil of motion and flow. This oil helps us stagnant energies are brought into motion through the fluid energy of this oil. It teaches you how to let go of the past by moving with the flow of life. There was one on the underline I wanted to read in here. Let's see. This was the one. Listen to this. Cypress encourages you to cast aside your worries and to let go of control so that you can enjoy the thrill that comes from being alive. Not the fear, not the worry, not the angst, not the unworthiness, but the thrill. You often hear me talk about that a lot. In one of my classes, I think Trauma Tummy. If you haven't taken Trauma Tummy, you want to take that class, look for the flyer or go on my page. And I talk about that. the difference between anticipation and angst. And what I mean by that is, let's say you're about to bungee jump, right? You signed up for it. They make you sign a waiver and you sign up for it. But as you're getting, closer and closer into the moment, and they're strapping you in and doing the harnesses, and you want to wet your pants. You are just like all this angst and apprehension, but you signed up for it because you knew it would be a thrill. You knew it would be an adventure. You knew it would be one of those bucket list things, right? So you have tandem emotions. The, oh my gosh, this is the scariest thing, I'm going to die, versus this is going to be so much fun, it's going to be amazing. That happens in life. Life is like that. It's a tandem. But unfortunately, sometimes we tend to stay, and I say we, more on the side of the fear, the hurt, all of those emotions, versus seeing the thrill of the ebb and flow. Because I don't care, you will not always be down. And the other person who you're watching, or you will not always be up. There's an ebb and flow to life. Sometimes it ebbs longer and flows shorter, but there's an ebb and flow, and we forget that. And a lot of times, if your life has been like mine, laden with adventures, you tend to have that active duty mode, meaning you are always waiting for the next thing to happen, right? Because you don't want to be caught off guard. Lord forbid you're smiling and having fun and you get gobsmacked, and you weren't prepared, and now you got to lace up your boots and get back at it. I know, I speak from personal experience, that for a long time I didn't see the thrill that life was bringing to me. I only saw it as arduous all the time. And my countenance reflected that. My mindset reflected that. And that's how I lived, in that state of not angst. It wasn't angst, but it was like, I could only be this much happy. I could only have this much fun, because I had to be ready, to gear up, suit up, and get to work. So, anyway, this is a great combination. That is cypress and lemongrass. Today, we're going to do something a little different. Let's go right to the lymphatic system. I told you I use this a lot for my lymphatic drainage clients. The first thing I want to do is invite you to, let's open this oil up. Think of this as a suitcase. When you came home, you would want to unpack your suitcase and get all your stuff where it was, so you wouldn't have to keep living out of a suitcase, right? So, oh my gosh, the smell's just amazing. Let's just take a moment. Smell-o-vision. Oh my gosh. Okay. So you want to put it right on your pulse point right here. Okay. And you just want to tap, tap, tap. Okay. Let's just inhale, not the big sniff, just lightly, that the scent, the aroma on your pure non-fragranced oil will find its way right where it needs to be. You hear a lot about the vagus nerve, lately, the hippocampus. Do you know that just by doing what I'm doing right now, and as you're inhaling and breathing, just creating this cup, just automatically you are engaging your brain, your noggin, everything that happens, your center, you can access that without a scan, without something invasive. Oils give you that power. I am feeling this now. Let me find this cypress, because, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Y'all, my cypress must have just rolled out of the room, because, here it is. Right here. Okay, so now we're going to take the other arm, the other wrist, do a dab right there, right? And now we're going to do this together. This is so beautiful. I don't care where you will find me. If I have any kind of bag or purse, there will be oils. There will always be oils for this very reason. Sometimes you just gotta, if you just take a moment, right? If right here, this is the difference between me reacting to what someone said or did versus me responding in a way that leaves a very healthy situation. Okay? Where I'm not apologizing, where I'm not doing a GoFundMe for bond money. This right here is how that happens. Taking just a moment, letting those cleansing properties, like I told you, what did we talk about? Let me go back with the lemongrass, that cleansing, removing the feelings of despondency or despair, entering into a healthy cleansing state, letting go of toxic, negative energy, right? You might be triggered. Someone said something and triggered something in you, and you want to lash out. Let's not. Let's just take a moment, right? We got that cypress teaching your soul how to let go of the past. It's just really beautiful. Focusing in on your breath. It's the beautiful thing about natural solutions. The oils being natural, you don't have to tell it, okay, go into this section of my brain and pull out this memory. Just take a moment and see where it takes you. It's a beautiful thing. We're gonna stick just a declaration with that. I flow with life. Peace of mind is mine. I flow with life. Peace of mind is mine. I flow with life. That means I'm not stagnant. I'm not stuck in the past. I flow with life. Take a moment. Don't be so quick to rush away. Now, the first time you see this video, you probably won't have the oils, even though I have them listed. But I encourage you. I'll put a link below where you can get the oils I recommend. But I invite you to look at this video more than one time. Take a couple of times. If you don't have a bedtime routine, or if you don't have a devotional clearing morning routine, use this video. Just let it help you start a pattern, a routine where you're cleansing your emotional self. You know, you might soap up and lather up. You might take 3 baths a day, but I'm going to tell you what. Emotionally, energetically, man, we are filthy. And it is showing by some of the stuff that's just happening. Cleanse your emotional self so that you are not so susceptible to when someone says something. You know it wouldn't have touched you. It's just a trigger of something from the past. Let me help you identify those triggers. Schedule a consultation with me. Let's find out what the real root cause is so you can stop popping off on people, your kids, your spouse. Down below is my number. Text me. Michelle, I want to learn how to use these oils for real to effectively cleanse my aura, to release the things that I've been holding on to, that have been holding me back and causing me to see life as a trial and a tribulation instead of a thrill. It's free. Why don't you reach out to me today? I look forward to helping you live your best, healthiest life. You deserve it. And I want to help you get there. Be sure to text me, schedule your appointment, and hey, share this video. This content is so needed right now, so needed in this current environment. Please share this. Let someone else know there's a way. You're seen. I understand you. I'm here to help. Until next time, this has been Michelle Dominique, certified wellness coach and lymphatic therapist.